What's going on YouTube? This is ParkerLad88 coming at you with another video. Today I'm back at you guys with another video. We're doing a Neo-Spacian deck profile, an updated version, so to speak. I'm sorry, first of all, that I've been out of making videos for a while. Work has just really been wearing me out. I kind of just needed some me time. Sometimes, even though it doesn't really take a lot of work in order to make the videos I do, it's still, sometimes I just don't feel up to it. I just want to like lay around or just do stuff I want to do sometimes. But, you know, I've done it for a while, and I actually feel, back in the mood to be making videos, so here we go. So you might be asking why I'm doing a Neo-Spacian deck profile after so long. You might argue that's because of all the likes that I've gotten for my Neo-Spacian deck profile videos, or the request to, make updates to it, stuff like that. But the reason why I'm doing this is because I was watching Rankting Yu-Gi-Oh's channel, and he's doing something called War of the Worthless, and one of the archetypes featured on that, because, he did the Legacy of the Worthless series, was Neo-Spacians, and I want to submit a deck profile in order to pilot the deck in the tournament. If you want to know more information about it, you can just go to Rank 10 Yu-Gi-Oh's channel to get more information. But either way, this is going to be sort of kind of a step back from my last deck profile, which had, like, more masked hero stuff, aka like Shadow Mist, Darkclaw, that kind of stuff. The deck has to mostly be centered around what the deck's win condition is, and putting in Shadow Mist, Darkclaw, I don't think that deck profile would pass. So anyway, let me go ahead and show you guys what I'm working with, what I want to submit. So let's get started. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with our monsters first. We're going to start off by running 3 copies of Elemental Hero Neos, because the deck is all about him. He is the centerpiece of all your fusions, and he's also nice just to summon as a big beater. Yeah, relatively speaking, I guess. Next up, we have 1 copy of Elemental Hero Necroshade, so we can normally summon our Neoses without attributing. We have 3 Prismas, because Prisma is the backbone of the deck. He sends your Neo-Spacians, your Necroshades, and your Neoses, so you can go for your fusions. We have 1 copy of Bubble Man and 1 copy of Photon Thrasher for Exceed Plays. The 4 Neo-Spacians that we run are Grand Mole, Air Hummingbird, Aqua Dolphin, and Flare Scarab. Flare Scarab gives extra strength for your opponent's back row. Aqua Dolphin can give you a peek into your opponent's hand and possibly discard a card from their hand. We have Air Hummingbird, which lets you get back life points, and then we have Grand Mole, who basically lets you bounce problem cards off the field. He's the best Neo-Spacian by far. We have 1 copy of Neo-Space Pathfinder in order to search out our Neo-Spaces. We've got 2 copies of Honest because outside of getting, going for your Neo-Spacians, the main thing this deck does is protect Prisma, because it's the most important card. So we want to try and do as much as we can in order to protect him, so we can send multiple things, like, over a series of turns. We have 3 copies of E-Call in order to search out Prisma for the most part. We have 3 copies of Miracle Contact, which lets us go for our Neo-Fusions quickly. The main win condition, of course, is dump with Prisma, recycle them, and go for your fusions with Miracle Contact. We have O Oversoul, which lets us pseudo flood the field. We can dump Neos off our Prisma, and then we O Oversoul the Neos back. Really easy way for us to get our beaters on field. 2 copies of Neo-Space in order to bump up our Neos, and in order to keep our Neo-Fusions alive on the field. We have 1 Contact Out. Contact Out gives you some offensive and defensive capabilities, because it lets you tag out your Neo-Fusions for its fused materials. So you can put extra damage on board, or avoid, them being destroyed by like spot removal and stuff like that. We have 1 copy of Instant Neo-Space, probably my favorite Neo support card. It keeps your Neo-Fusions on field, and if the Neo-Fusion leaves the field, you get a Neos from anywhere. 1 copy of Rhoda to search out everything that isn't Prisma, pretty much. 1 copy of Foolish to Foolish anything from Neos to Necroshade to the Neo-Spacian. 1 copy of Mass Change in order to go into a couple of the masked heroes. Extra protection for Prisma in the same way that Contact Out does. Gives you more defensive and offensive capabilities. Our traps, we run 1 Solemn, 2 Raigeki Breaks. The discard cost of Raigeki Break helps you get Neos out of your hand. It also helps get the Neo-Spacian into your graveyard to fuel your Miracle Contact plays, and the fact that it pops anything is also pretty good. And then we have the main traps, which are 2 Wabakus and 3 Phantom Knight Swords. Wabaku also helps protect Prisma from dying by battle. Also, you take no battle damage, so you can save you some gains. Also, Break Sword, not Break Sword, but just regular Sword. This is actually a pretty good support card to help out with protecting Prisma, because not only does it prevent it from dying by battle, it prevents it from dying by card effects and gives it 800 extra attack, which actually turns Prisma into a sideshow beater. That does it for the main deck. Moving into the extra deck, we have one copy of Storm Neos and one copy of Magma Neos. These guys are the reason why I run the Neo-Spacians that I do. I don't run Chaos Neo, so there's no reason for me to run Glow Moss or Dark Panther. Storm Neos are the once per turn heavy storm, and also when he leaves the field phase on effect, he bounces everything back to the deck because of a really strong effect for getting around, like, you know, big boards and stuff like that. And then we have our big beater on steroids in the form of Magma Neos. Magma Neos gains 400 extra attack for every single card on the field, so he can hit some pretty high numbers. And when he leaves the field phase on effect, everything goes back to the hand. So, still pretty good at removing powerful monsters from the field if need be. Next up, we have the regular Neos fusions in the form of Air Neos for the OTK, Grand Neos for spot removal, Flare Neos because he's my favorite because he can, you know, hit some pretty big numbers as well, and you can make him hit those big numbers by, you know, putting cards on your field. And Aqua Neos just because I run Aqua Dolphin because Aqua Neos is cool. He can discard cards, you know, on the real deal though. We have one copy of Dark Bright as a target for Prisma to send Necroshade. For our masked heroes that we run one copy of Koga and Acid. Acid wipes out back row, and Koga gets big for the monsters your opponent controls, and also decreases their attack by banishing heroes from your graveyard. Didn't want to go with Shadow Mist, Dark Claw on this because I basically felt like there's no way that deck list would pass, like with all those other archetypes. And then we have some generic rank 4s here. We've got Castel, Abyss Dweller, Starleech, Paladynamo because we have a lot of lights. We have Dark Rebellion to beat over big things, Blade Armor Ninja to help with OTKs, and then we have Cowboy to close out games, because Cowboy to this day still closes out games. Other cards I'm considering for like the side deck or maybe putting in are Wrath of Neos, you know, the whole Prisma combo with this thing, which is not bad. I think it'll be better in the side just because it's like a themed Dark Hole that wipes out like everything. Twin Twisters, of course, just more discard fodder. Better probably going second, going first. Gandiva, I can switch out Anti-Xyz for this, and then messing around with Convert Contact still. It's not my favorite support card just because I don't run a lot of Neo-Spacian targets for it, but I'm still kind of bouncing back and forth between running it and not running it. I know it definitely helps out with the Mirror Contact plays, but I just honestly don't think it's worth it if I don't run like the maximum amount of targets for it. Anyway guys, that's my updated deck profile for Neo-Spacians. Let me know what you guys think, and I would definitely look forward to some support for War of the Worthless if you guys are interested. Once again, check out Rank 10 Yu-Gi-Oh's channel for more information about it. Anyway guys, that'll do for this video, and I'll see you later with future videos. This is Parker Lad, out.